Hello again. Yes, we're back on the trains. Train Simulator 2020. Now first off, let me see if we can get out of this locomotive. Poster there, Wobbles. Let's collect that poster. I've only got 4 of them. I don't do a lot of walking around the stations. Let's have a look in here. Let's just have a quick look before we go underway. Newspapers. I don't see the point of this. I'm not really into exploring really the stations. Is there anything else? Oh, another poster. There we go. British Rail butties. Can we go through there? No, can't go up there. Let's go down here. Boy, heck. Look at them tankers. Heavy oil. Heavy oil. That's what we're hauling today, or pulling. Nothing down here. Oh well. There's a ladder there. Can we get up that ladder? Let's just have a little bit of messing about. Let's climb up this ladder. Can we go back to the front of the train, running across the top of it? No, perhaps we may have been able to jump, but health and safety and all that. Let's climb back down the ladders. Ladder. Now, put ourselves in a bit of a dangerous situation here, Wobbles. Get back on the platform. Right, we can see how long this locomotive is, and it's going to be a very heavy load. Heavy oil. We're in Stalybridge station at the moment. And we're going to take this load down to Huddersfield. Do you want to give up control? No, we don't. We want to carry on. Right, let me just jump in here. Do we have to... How do we get in? Come on. Where's the icon? Climb in, Wobbles. Come on, jump. There we go. Do we have to put the marker lights on the back part of the cab? Is that the official way and responsible way and the correct way, the correct procedure of doing it? I don't know. Let's shut the door. So we should have... There we go. Is that the correct way? Know nothing about trains, just enjoy playing the game. Have a look at the front of this locomotive. It's got the lights on it are useless. It's got these little tiny marker lights. We've got the red ones above it and the white ones below. And the lights are, they're not very good in the dark, put it this way. Let's climb aboard. We'll put the cab heaters on because it's a bit parky out there. It's a bit parky. Winter. It's winter. I'm not that familiar with this locomotive actually. I've only just brought this just recently because as I'm making this video, Dovetail Games have got a huge sale on, and it's not on the Steam store, it's on their very own website, and there's some massive savings. However, I didn't save a great deal on this particular pack. I just saved a couple of pounds, but I wanted this add-on, the BR Heavy Freight pack add-on. I did want this, and they've got a sale on, and there's some huge savings in that sale, by the way. Not on there's not many on Train Sim World, but on Train Simulator there's some massive savings, so might be worth checking out and making note of that. If not, to go and have a look right now, but for in the future, just check them lights out. Look down the headlights on the front and 2 little marker lights. But yeah, they've got a sale on currently, but if you're watching this video, you know, a week after it's been published, perhaps that sale is no longer on. But there might be others, so look out for them in the future, but on their very own website. Some huge savings. Right. So this locomotive, just while I'm setting this up, this is the Class 40, known as the Whistler for some reason. Somebody tell me why. I can't be bothered to read the description and the sales page why it's called the Whistler. And now my phone's going. Somebody is ringing me from Glasgow, and I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody from Glasgow, so I'll just scam call probably. So I don't know if you could hear that. It'll go off in a minute. There you go. There's the lights again on the front of this locomotive. Look at that locomotive, Wobbly. It's a locomotive. Turn the lights out on the front. Very small. Of course, we're on the Northern Trans-Pennine DLC add-on route today. Manchester to Leeds, or Leeds to Manchester route. It's a very good DLC. Of course, you don't get this locomotive in that back. Locomotive. You don't get this engine, this train in this pack. It's part of the BR heavy freight pack. It's very good, that is, very good, but you get a couple of extra scenarios, a few extra engines, but it pushes the whole of this pack up to quite a bit. I mean, this route is what, about approximately £24.99, and then this pack is around about £11. So, you know, it's all money, isn't it? Money, money, money. Mention the physics of this locomotive, Wobbly. Let me just mention the physics, because I find the physics on this are very, very good. Now it does say in the description of this pack that the engine of this locomotive are powered by Simulgraph vehicle dynamics. So I don't know if all their engines are powered like that, how they program them, all their trains, but this one, regarding physics-wise and engine pull and how the engine works, is very good. Because generally for me it's either throttle on or throttle off, but this one, particularly on this DLC, because as we're coming out of the station here, we're going slightly up, bank, gradient, and it doesn't look as though we are, but we are. We're going slightly uphill, and then we'll do that for a few miles. We're going up a hill, and then we're going down the other side. I mean, I'm on full power now, and I'm doing 20 miles an hour. I don't know if there's a proper procedure for building the power up. I've yet to discover that on this engine. But it's very good. It's just the sheer weight that this is pulling up here will slow it down. So I don't think we're going to get anywhere fast. There's one of these stations, I'm not too sure which one it is, whether it's Manchester or Leeds. It could be the Leeds station, I'm not too sure. It's one of them anyway, Manchester or Leeds. But you start off on a flat, you start off going down, and then you have to do a slight climb. And when you're pulling the heavy oil, when you get onto the slight climb bit, it's so easy to spin the wheels out and wheel spin. It's pretty difficult to get up. I'll have to do a video on it because I've got up. I can do it, but I do it very, very slowly. I'm not too sure if I'm using the amps right on the train. I'll have to do a video. The next video I do, I'll do one coming out of that station and I'll show you if you've never played it. Because the physics on these trains in this pack are very good. You actually get a feel for the power of the engine and what you're pulling. It's not easy, is it, Wobbles? So we've got a winter's day, lovely winter's day, lots of snow, very cold outside. And it's going to be a slow climb. You can see on the graph there where the speedometer is, there's a little circle in the middle there, shows you the climb rate. So I think we've got a slight climb for a very long time. I don't know if I'm mauling the engine. If I am. It's just a learning curve. Don't know nothing about trains, just enjoy the game. And it just proves you don't have to know everything about trains. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, there's a lot of guys out there who know absolutely everything about trains. So all they ever do is live, breathe trains. I don't. I just enjoy playing these sort of games. I'm sure there's plenty of other players who just enjoy playing these games and don't, you know, live their life around trains. Find it interesting to play these sort of games. So you don't have to be an expert to play these games. Because I'm stupid and I can play it. So we can't see a great deal because I have actually got the mist on. Winter's day, misty or foggy, I think. And if I miss whistle boards, if we come across whistle boards, and don't blow the horn. I don't blow the horn. I don't know the line that well. But I'll shut up now because this is going to be a long journey, and just enjoy the view and the sounds. wheel spin. Getting a bit of wheel spin there. I'm not too sure if that's due to me swapping camera. Due to swapping cameras in the game, and it's upset the game a little bit, or something I've done. I don't know. I'm on full power. If I lower the power, the engine will, the locomotive will stop. I don't have enough power to get up here. It's happened to me before. So we're pulling an absolute huge amount of weight at the moment. Or if you're from Yorkshire, you might say log. We got a log, a huge amount of weight. That's what they say, isn't it? Log, which means pull, I believe. I know by the end of this, I'll be ready for a brew and a butty. Aye. Also noticed we've got a bit of wheel spin again there. But again, I was moving camera angles, wasn't I? I'm just wondering whether that's what's causing that bit of fluctuation on the wheel spin. So I've lowered the throttle down a little bit now. We're still climbing gradually. Doesn't look like it, but we are. We're going over the Dales. There'll be plenty of shoggles, or is it eye shoggles, on these bridges and signals. Actually managed this week. I don't know how many people actually watch the videos to this point. I know a lot of people don't, but actually this week I've managed to get a few videos out. The only reason I've actually managed to get a few videos out this week is I've not been quite well, so I'm sort of got to take it a little bit easy. Playing games, so that's the only reason why I've managed to get a video out nearly every day this week. Of course, the fishing videos for some reason seem a lot more popular. I think I mentioned that in the last video. Nowadays. let me just mention this. Let me just mention this again as we're going along here. We're on, just in case you're thinking of buying this locomotive wobbly. Yes, this locomotive isn't included in this pack. This is an add-on. You'll have to purchase an extra pack. Physics on this locomotive are very, very good. But don't get it confused with the pack. If you buy the pack, you don't get this. You don't get this engine. You don't get this train. This is part of the VR heavy freight pack. And the route what we're on is the Trans-Pennine, Manchester to Leeds, is it? The Trans-Pennine, the Northern Trans-Pennine route add-on. So don't get this locomotive mixed up thinking you're going to get this locomotive, because you've got to pay extra for it, unfortunately. But it's very good. It's very good. I've wanted it for a while, and I've decided to get it in the sale. What got me confused about this pack, by the way, is because I don't know a lot about trains. Is this locomotive wobbly? Yes, this locomotive looks a lot similar to other ones, and I thought I'd already got this, but I'm not that familiar with trains, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who aren't that familiar with trains. So don't get confused with other ones, because I did. That's good, you're stupid, but yes, maybe, but. Yeah, it is different. There's 3 or 4. I don't know. Is there 3? There's 3 locomotives. Locomotives, wobbly. There's 3. There's 3 locomotives, trains or engines that look very similar to this one, but they're all slightly different. It got me confused. But I don't know anything about trains. I thought I'd just mention that, just in case you're similar to me and don't know anything about trains but enjoy playing the game. But yeah, I don't know how many there are. I may have said, I said 3. I don't know how many there are, but there's a couple of locomotives. Locomotives, what? Yes, locomotives. That look very similar. And I thought I'd already got this one, but I haven't. I thought they were selling it in a pack. One engine that I got in another pack, I thought they were selling it as an add-on pack for another pack, but they aren't. They're completely different locomotives. Locomotives, probably. Yes, locomotives. They're completely different. Oh, I'm confused, but trying to explain something which got me confused. And we haven't stopped. I'm just trying to switch the wiper off. It looks like the game has come to a standstill, but we are still moving. It's just I'm trying to switch that wiper off as we go through this very long tunnel. Now this is a big tunnel, and off the tip of my tongue I'm trying to think what it's called. I don't know without going and looking, but it's quite a famous, renowned tunnel in this particular area, I believe. I can't think what it's called at all, not at the moment. But it's a big one. I'm not too sure if some recent updates have improved this, because it just seems to handle a bit better than when I first played it. I think they may have fixed a lot of the maybe some of the bugs and things that were in it. It just seems a bit different. I don't know why. But the game does, they do every now and again put an update out, don't they? I used to pull the window down, and then it would go loud, and then put the window back up, and then the sound would stay the same. They may have fixed that now. That hasn't happened to me while we've been going along this line. So since I last played this, I mean, I put a video up recently. I played it this week, but I probably haven't played this game for approximately 8 weeks. Maybe they've put some sort of updates that have just improved it slightly. So now we're going round the bend, but we're on a straight section. We're level. We're not going up and we're not going down. I think shortly we will begin. Yeah, we're beginning to go down now. So I've got to remember, because I've been told off, I've got to remember that when I brake, switch the throttle off. I believe that's the correct way. I don't know. I haven't got a manual at hand. I just learn as I go along. So I believe as I'm braking, I've got to completely switch the throttle off. So I'll have to try and remember that, vice versa. But no doubt I'll make mistakes. Oh, got to control the speed now on this one. Don't want to run away. We are beginning to get speed now. Imagine it's all that weight behind us pushing us down here. So I don't know how easily it's going to be to stop this thing, but I will find out. So if you like the video, smack the like button, leave a comment, because by leaving a like, a thumbs up, leaving the comments, that's how the videos get picked up on the YouTube system, and the more likes I get, the more likely I am to do more of the train sim world videos. I've actually got quite a lot of the train sim world DLC, and a few add-ons, not many. I've got the majority of the DLC. I think there's just maybe 3 items I haven't got. Occasionally I do manage to get them for free off Dovetail Games, but they haven't sent me anything recently, so I don't think I'm flavour of the month. I don't know anything about trains. Oh dear. It's Yeah. Anyway, that's much appreciated when I do get the free stuff. It really is. But I've got quite a lot of lines that I haven't run on or done videos of, and I really want to get them covered on this channel. I want to get them up. So yeah. Hopefully, between the other games I play, you know, I can get some time into it. It's very time consuming. So hopefully I can get a lot more of the stuff up that I want to put up. Because there's a lot of the line, even for myself, I haven't played through a lot of them, so I want to play through them as well. I'd like to find all the collectibles, but I can't be bothered walking up and down the line for miles and miles. Posters and milk churns and things like that on the stations I don't mind looking for, but walking up and down the lines, and I'm not too keen on that. So we have got to reduce speed in approximately 2.1 miles there. We're doing 64. We've got to think about slowing this down now to 50 miles an hour. We've got all that weight, all that heavy oil behind us. I don't know. The brakes though, the braking system's normally quite good, isn't it? This is, by the way, this is the first run I've actually done in this train. I brought the pack recently, and this is my very first go in it. So I'm a little bit unsure. Wasn't easy to slow the train up. That wasn't easy. Still got a lot of speed to scrub off here. I'm falling asleep here. We're doing 40 mile an hour. We're going to get down to 15 mile an hour here, moms. Yeah. Better put the Loco brake on, I think, as well. I don't know if you're supposed to put both the brakes on. But we'll do it. Need to scrub some speed off somehow. Throttle off, can't remember now. Panicking, we're in a panic, we're panicking, we need to scrub some speed off. Is the throttle off? Yes, throttle's off. Let's switch this one off, down to the first application. We're slowing up now. I thought I was going to go sailing by the stop, which is we're nearly here now. You ever done that? Drove the train for about an hour, and then you come to the end of the line and there's a red light and you've gone through it and you failed the scenario. Well, I've done it a few times. No surprise there, Dan Bobbles. And here we are. We finally arrived at Huddersfield on a lovely winter's morning. Is it morning? It's midday now. Now this isn't the full line. This is not the full line. If you've never played this, it's a lot. The line goes on. It's a lot bigger, should I say. It's Manchester to Leeds. We've only done Stalybridge to Huddersfield. Line is a lot. It's a lot longer than what you've seen today in this video. I think I'm going to stop too short here. I have to put a bit of throttle on, I think. What do you think of the locomotive? Locomotive wobbly? Yes, what do you think of the locomotive? Do you like this one? Quite like this one. It's one of my most played, although there's a couple on there that look very similar. It confuses me because I know nothing about trains. They look very similar. But I like this locomotive. I like this one. Time for a brew now. Brew. And a butty, I think. So thanks for watching, and maybe you'll see me on the trains again shortly. We should stop at location. Stop the train, stop the train. There we go. Objective complete. How well did we do? Now you can see the graph right at the beginning. We're well below speed, but that was when we were climbing. I was struggling to get it up to speed. I couldn't get it up to speed as we were climbing. And then where the speed levels out there, the green is virtually by the red. That's when we were coming down, weren't we? We were going down. So we managed to get the speed obviously back up. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.